We have an exciting person coming up next for the keynote address with the title Apps for Good. Please welcome Nagaraja Prakasam from the Indian Angel Investors.
All right, good. So when Venkatesh just met me probably in January, he said, join us an advisory board. I'm doing a mobile conference. I said, anything for my friend from Madurai. But good job, fantastic. First time in Chennai, good, excellent, excellent. So I saw the registration and we keep worrying about a few months back what's going to happen, but I'm really glad. Good job, entire team. Fun, good. So coming back to the apps for good, right? I'm sure some of you might have heard my lecture in other places. I'll start with some questions, which is about what is India's trend? People, yeah, good. What else? What other India's trend? Young adults, okay, good. What else? What else? Culture, okay. Do we have some? Okay. All right, what else? Huh? Population, people, yes, good. But people have read my blog, you should not cheat. Okay, so let's give it to others. Anyone? Anything else? Dividend, okay, yes, okay. What else? Huh? Desire, follow, oh, there you go, amazing. I'm going to just took a big punch on that state. That's very good, yes. What else? Good governance, where is that? Okay, can you find some place? I need a kg of it, yeah? All right, what else? Technology, there you go, all of you, right? You know how to write an app, Android or whatever, right? Good, what else? Mobile phone penetration, yeah, bit of tech, yes. What else? Problems, right? We are full of problems. How many of you are targeting a global audience for your customers? Only one. Okay. Okay, good. So majority are targeting then India, right? That's what I'm going to focus on. So we have plenty of problems. Since the morning you get up, go to bed, how many complaints you make? Not about a relationship, right? So that job is for some of these guys who are making money on spiritual thing. But all the other stuff, right? No power, no water, the bus is not on time, or whatever, right? All these problems, each one of the problem is your app, a business plan that you could write on. So this is where that I'm going to give you some examples, some of these great applications being written and things are doing fantastic. Because the point of what you mentioned, I categorize Indian startups in 3 categories. The first one is copy the West, right? How many read TechCrunch? I'm sure all of you, right? Yeah, that's a problem. So they read TechCrunch, they say that in the valley, so-and-so got funded, couple of $1 million, I'll do it in 100K, give me 20 lakhs or 50 lakhs, whatever, right? So we just still have the hang-up of cost arbitration, which was good 20 years back, right? That put us on the map because we played the cost arbitration very well. But not today, we've learned technology, right? Why do we need to still worry about the cost arbitration? So that is where we have very handful of success stories just copying a US idea, right? So today, the .com era, what I call it as in India, right? It took how many years to arrive? 15 years to arrive to India, the .com era. What started 2000? So it doesn't matter just you copying a US idea, you're going to get it. The market should be ready. So it took 15 years for 250 million to have internet access so that now we have e-commerce picking up. Took 15 years, right? So today, if you look at many of the people I meet, immediately 2 things, right? Someone mentioned about the IoT, and the next is about shared economy, right? Sorry if anybody from overseas, but shared economy, the psychology is not there yet in India, right? I call it as in the overseas, in the US market, it is about in the early 1900s, they were starving, then there was a prosperity. Then when the prosperity came, there is a disposable income. When the disposable income came, they get into the private space, right? They call this about my private space element of it. Then comes, you have a problem, spending, going in alone, and you spend a lot of time with your psychiatrist, right? What do they call shrink? So now they're coming back on the shared economy, but they want to be sharing. Because per capita consumption in a Western world so high, if everybody consumes like them, the place in the world only can have 4 billion people. Today we have 7 billion, right? Thanks to Bihar and probably UP. But what are we trying to do is we are trying to emulate that model. So this is where just copying an idea may not work, but is there a market ready? Can it be applicable? Share economy, there is at least 20 guys in Bangalore who want to do this carpool business, right? Last 7 years. It's not taken off because car is an aspiration in India, right? When I ran my IT company, this as a fresher guy, his first salary, he bought a Honda City, right? 80% of his salary went on his EMI. This guy is not going to share his car for $100, right? So this is where the psychology comes in. Just not merely and copying an idea that worked in somewhere else should not be, but is there a market? Yes. So do an understanding. That's where these problems are huge, right? Today we have 250 million have internet access, which is fantastic, but there is another billion people without internet access, right? How can you reach out? So that's where the potential is. Nobody can copy it. Nobody can get into that. That's what my investment, Stazilla. Have you heard of Stazilla? Chennai-based guys, right? When he built up, he said, I'm going to be in tier 4, tier 5 cities. I'm not for rich and bloody rich. And I'm only for 0 to 3 stars. So that is focus. Today, 30,000 properties in tier 4 and tier 5 cities, no competition. Make my trip could not come closer to him, right? Today, he is the 3rd largest hotel booking site. How he is able to achieve? The agents in a small villages, right? The small towns, they book a train ticket. So work with them, say that how can you book a hotel ticket? So this is where the potential is, right? He's growing very fast, you might have seen in the papers, right? He gave me a 16x return in less than 2 years. So this is the potential of it. That's the potential that India has, but it's a hard work, right? Someone really mentioned very well earlier that today most of the apps, we just write the apps and we hope and it goes viral and then all the downloads happens, right? It's not going to work at all, right? We need to work on about what is the purpose. What is the purpose that I'm building an app where the data is going to be very, very key. So I'll give you a few examples that another investment of mine. We call it as the voice Twitter. It's a company named Gramavani. It's in 12 states today. So what it does, people all have mobile phones, right? So anybody can call up and do a missed call. The system will call back. You tell about what's happening in your neighborhood. It's a news sharing. When somebody calls from the same neighborhood, the news will replay. So I was in a Ranchi. There is like in a village where 20 farmers sitting around and listening to one mobile phone on a speakerphone. This news are created by them for them, right? There's upstream, there's a dam open. The guy in the downstream could see that and prepare. So somebody says it's raining there, oh, he'll get prepared. Okay, crop is going to be in trouble. So today, he's in 12 states. He's getting 50,000 calls a day, right? Look at the data, the potential. No revenue model, right? We said just get the data going. So now every guy is knocking our door from fertilizer company to Modi to everyone to reach these people to run the campaigns, right? So that's where the potential is. So if you're able to bring this data element, if you build on it, then there is awesome. There is a guy trying in Bangalore. He's mapping air quality of entire Bangalore, right? He's putting a device in every BMTC bus. He's going to capture all the data, then he's opening an app. If you're an asthma patient, it'll give you an alert if you're entering this Silk Board Junction that avoid, because the air quality is more, you're going to get into the asthma attack, right? So just change your route. So that level of penetration is possible because upfront work is happening, right? You are figuring out a problem, you are trying to figure out how do you populate your data, then comes apps. How will you compete with this guy? It's going to be impossible, right? If you try to copy an idea and then just say figure out an app, another 100 guys can do the same thing. But if you put the effort early on to make sure that your data is so strong, only you can give the value addition, that's me awesome, right? He's keep collecting the data. This one app is the asthma. He has 100 ideas what to do with the data. The commissioner loves it, Bangalore. So he's figuring it out what else could be done next. So like that, around us, there is quite a lot of opportunities. The problems are there. If you're able to track onto those problems and then the apps comes later, that'll be awesome. There is a guy working about using an app to detect jaundice, right? This technology developed by Cambridge University for Army, UK Army. They use this chromotech technology to figure out, before the army get into a bridge, right? They just scan the bridge to make sure that there is no crack using the image processing. He using that image processing tech, this licensed the tech from them, and he's applying for jaundice. He says that take your mobile phone, take this 20 places, he give this gradient color, take a photograph. If you have an app, it'll immediately detect you whether you have jaundice or not. If you don't have an app, take the photo, email me, within 1 hour I'll tell you whether you have diagnostics. So one of the infant mortality main reason is jaundice. So that's where he's able to solve this problem, right? So like this, there are quite a lot of guys and a lot of problems that we have. That's India's potential. If we do not solve it, someone else is going to solve it, but that's where they have the great advantage. Nobody can penetrate them. Stazilla is an example. Gramwani is an example, right? There's no competition because it's hard work, sitting in a village and trying to figure this out, right? So that's where the potential is. And we have quite a lot of problems. Go keep solving it and become billionaires. That's what I always say, that you make an app that every Indian pays you $1 a day or $1 a year, you got $1 billion business, right? You don't need to keep reading TechCrunch and figuring it out, who got funded. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Great. So these guys said they're running out of time. So any questions? Wow, I gave a lot of blow, yeah? Thanks a lot. All the best, and I salute all of you becoming an entrepreneur. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Guy. Thank you, sir. Some interesting ideas that came up. Hopefully, it will pave way for something more to come, right? So a quick